Hi everyone, welcome to doafco.com. So this is a all new video, and as you can see the title, it is called What After Btech in Electronics. So it is a very common question. I had it, many of you also have it, and especially this video is for Indian audience from tier 3 colleges who have like little idea about what they should do while doing their engineering to excel in the things and to get the core job. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. So what after BTech in electronics? As you can see, today's agenda is how to be prepared for being an electronics engineer. So the most often choices after BTech in electronics in India. The first one, as you can see, is higher education. We don't know what to do next, so we opt for higher education. Then comes IT jobs. So for IT jobs, many people leave their electronics field and then go and do the IT jobs. And then they forget about electronics, all that they have read, they forget the meaning of why they have read and learned a particular thing. There are no meaning to learn diodes and other things. The third option is government jobs. They leave engineering altogether and they go for doing some banking job, or maybe they prepare for IS and IPS. Some of us just opted because we don't have other options. We go for SSC and banking and other fields because we think that we don't have any options after doing BTech in electronics, especially in India. Then some of us who think we are good enough to do great things in our life and we can manage people. We have tried a few things and we are good at it. So we go for startups. So these are the most often choices. But as you can see in the screen, there are choices out there. So are jobs and opportunities. What you need to do is prepare well. So let's get into the video, and this bit is most important. Here we are going to see the most common job descriptions that I found on LinkedIn for various electronics job. And by seeing this, we'll get a bit idea about what all we can learn while doing BTech. So let's see. So let's start with all the profiles available and their job description. Number one is hardware engineer. So as you can read the job description on the screen, so let's see what are the most important thing that they're asking for. So they're asking for strong understanding of electronic concepts. So what is electronic concept? Understanding diodes, understanding transistors, how can we use them, understanding various type of ICs, finding the ICs that will work for you, finding the basic work principle, and understanding making various kind of circuits, understanding how filters or RC oscillators or clipper, clamper, integrator, and all those terms that you have learned in analog works. So that is number one skill for any hardware engineer they are looking for. Number two is strong understanding of analyzing electronic circuits with an excellent debugging skill. What does this line means? So this line means that first one is where you will use your working principle knowledge to build some circuits. Second one is the circuits that had already been built by someone else or designed by someone else. You need to understand and debug them when they don't work as expected. For example, you want some certain voltage at certain position, or you're developing a sensor, so you want a output at certain range. And for example, if something isn't working out and your board is not giving the correct values or not working at all, then you need to find out why exactly it's not working. So that is called debugging skills. Number three is experience with analog, digital, and mixed signal circuits. So there are three kind of circuits as you can see here, and now you know that you need to, like, as a hardware engineer, understand all three of them. So analog is pure analog circuitry where there are transistor involved and there are no 0 and 1, and like ICs for mux and registers and timers and counters. They are in the part of analog, but here you need filters, clippers, and other things. You need to understand capacitors, resistors, and where to use them, how to use them. You need to understand various other things like transformers or whatever as per your circuit. Then comes digital. Here you need to give the logic, you need to apply presets, or sometimes you need to think about how you can like count something. You can have various other things, like you can have a digital circuit for a microcontroller, and you will have the pull up and pull down resistors on the peripherals and many other things. Depends on what you want to do. And then mixed signal circuits that are both analog and digital. Then there is this called ability to design circuit, perform design calculations and simulations. So this is more of a not just PCB designing, it is more of ability to understand that if you want to take this signal, what circuit should be there. If you don't want electrical noise to be the part of your circuit, what should we do? So this is about that. And then is hands-on experience. Sorry for the disturbance. So where were we? Hands-on experience. So there is this saying that until you work you can't get experience, and until you can't get experience, how can you work? Because they all are looking for experience. But if you have worked on your own self-made projects, just for yourself, you made some small things and then you publish them on some platform and then others see them, you need to like sell yourself for it. So hands-on experience can come when you work on yourself, when you work on your own project, and it can come through an internship and other things. Then comes hands-on experience with communication protocol, because two boards, if they're digital, how are they going to communicate? Then comes understanding various lab equipments like oscilloscopes, because how will you analyze your signals if you cannot see them and if you cannot use an oscilloscope? Then logic analyzer to see how exactly your communication protocols are working. Then understanding current and voltage probes that are used for use with oscillator. Okay, then comes experience to carry out EMI and EMC testing. So this one is a bit tricky and freshers don't do it. And then there is validation. Again, you will learn this while working. So number two is electronics engineer. So let's see this job description. So it's written knowledge of analog digital circuit design for electric motors, drives and feedback sensor. So again, it's analog and digital circuit design, but the product has changed. So according to the company for which you're going to work, your product will change. Sometime you will make a design for automotive, and then sometime you will make a design for some consumer electronics, and then sometime altogether different, something that you have think of yourself, and then you will make a project about that. But again, it's the knowledge of analog and digital circuit. Second one is knowledge of motion control, control systems. So it is in subject, control systems. And analog was also a subject, digital was also a subject. So there is nothing big. And people of tier 1, tier 2, or any country in the world, they're not doing anything different. They're just learning their basics. And then they're applying it to create something. So as you can see, knowledge of motion control. Here you need to know that how you can control the motion of a motor, there would be some PID loops, and you need to understand how you can change the torque, speed, and how you can do the position control for motor. That would be useful for industrial automation and robotics. Then understanding these measure instrument, and so there are digital multimeter that we all can, I think, afford to buy one. A simple one will also work, but we just need to understand how to like measure current and how to measure voltage, and then how to see the capacitance and resistance and other things, like tracing the circuits that are already built, that will like help you in better debugging. And then there is this oscilloscope that is like very expensive, and if your college lab doesn't have it, then I think you should look for the online tutorials. And I think it is important to just understand the basic working of it. Then there is function generator that generate various kind of waves and reference signal for you. Next point is understanding of electronics and microelectronics. So again, basic electronics came into the picture. Then if you're specific to embedded, then you need to understand embedded system development, like both software and hardware. That depends on what you want to learn about embedded. There are several videos in our channel that you can look for. Then there is understanding microcontrollers. Then there is LabVIEW and MATLAB. So these are specific skills that you can learn. Next is embedded hardware engineer. So here you can see first one is communication protocol, already covered. First one is PCB design. So that is important. You can take any tool and try make some PCB designs. Then there is communication protocol, and then there is like your like personal skill, means you should be disciplined. You should understand the tight project schedules. And then there is oscilloscope again, and then there is ADC and DAC, and then DSP and microprocessor. So the more you learn, the more you will know. So you need to just keep in mind these things. Then there is voltage regulation, so you need to understand the circuits for that. Then comes this power electronic design circuit. So it's more of an electrical thing, but I've yet included it because there are electrical and electronics engineering in some colleges also. So here you can see this is mostly about prototyping, specifications, and developing various kind of frequency power distribution or energy storage systems. And then there is this voltage conversion for AC to AC, AC to DC, DC to AC, and DC DC conversion. And then there is understanding circuit breakers, contractors, and then understanding various kind of like, with any job you do, the main thing is you need to have a good IQ and an attitude for learning anything. So that is what they look for, and then the specific skill set. And I have included it in my slide, so I'm not very well aware of power electronics, so I won't speak much about it, but I will leave it to you to put in the comment box what are the skill set that you want to build for power electronics. So write it in the comment box. So next is hardware design engineer. Again, same thing, same old. You need to understand BOM creation, you need to understand project planning and tracking, again management work. You need to understand the specifications, again reading work, electronic circuit design, already covered. And then ability to work with various stakeholders and talking skills, that normal skills. And then there is circuit simulation, calculation. So it's all same, as you can see. Then again, embedded software engineer, it's about understanding microcontrollers, various kind of sensors, various communication protocol, programming languages like C and C++. Then on top of that, if you're looking for some specific things like IoT, you can go for Zigbee, Bluetooth, But this specific company, I think, is looking for Zigbee and Bluetooth because they are hiring for someone who can do IoT projects, maybe. So that depends. But they don't want you to have all this. They'll be happy if you have few, but you are ready to learn. So now that we are done with seeing some profile, I think it's clear. And learn as per the profile. Try learning things. Try doing practical. And if you cannot afford to do practical, at least you can see others doing practical. Try things out. Make groups of people who can work together. Seed fund your own projects. Try and find internships. Just do something with the technology. If you're really into technology, then you can learn anything in the world, and you're here to become an engineer, so try and become one. So thank you. Visit doafco.com for more, though there are not much blogs, but you can visit them for specially embedded, and we're looking for people who can help us and join our cause. Don't forget that. Please write your name in the comment box, and you can also always send us the mail, and can also go to our website and go to the join our team section to join us. So that's all for this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and happy learning. And I really want you to share, guys, because I really put my effort to help you out all. So I think this video should reach to all the tier 3 college students who are in dilemma of what to do with their life. Thank you. Stay safe, stay happy, and keep learning.